Hi, I'm Tina Spencer, and this is my reflections presentation for the MDS 300 class. I've titled it Reflection for a New Direction. Today I'm going to reflect upon my past experience, including my past education experience as well as my past work experience. I'm also going to talk about how I came to be at the Multidisciplinary Studies program and why I chose the Multidisciplinary Studies program to pursue my degree. I'll talk about some of the classes and interviews that I've already done while in the program, as well as what I still need to do to finish my degree. And then finally, we'll talk about what I'm going to do once I graduate. So my past work and education experience kind of mesh together. I've always been a learner. I love learning. And straight out of high school, I had an academic scholarship to BSU. And so for the 3 semesters, I kind of aimlessly went to college, sometimes not very successfully. And after 3 semesters of doing that, I decided maybe I wanted to try something else. So I dropped out of college and I tried a lot of different things over the next 20 years. I have been in customer service since then, in a retail industry as well as in a call center environment. And then I also owned a flower business for a few years where I learned a lot of different things about customer service. So it wasn't until 2004 that I finally got an opportunity to do something a little bit different, and I got a job at a GED program in the Nampa School District for students that were 16 to 20 years old. And it was during that time that I really found my passion and knew that I needed to help students succeed, especially students who maybe didn't have everything in their life that they needed in order to succeed on their own. So for 4 years, I worked at that program and never thought that my life would change, except then that program closed. So since 2008, I have still stayed in the education realm in several different areas. So I have worked in an alternative program. I've also worked as a suspension teacher, helping students with choices and consequences. And then I've been an office manager as well. Finally, in 2012, I decided I should probably go back to school and maybe pursue a teaching career. And so for 4 years, I was part-time at CWI and full-time working until 2016. I finally got my associate's degree in liberal arts. And then the spring of 2017 is when I transferred over back to BSU, and that's when I found out about the Multidisciplinary Studies program. So why I chose the Multidisciplinary Studies program is because it allows me to take my experience and the education credits I already have and apply them to a degree that not only opens the door for me to be a teacher, but it also opens other doors for me. So it also gives me time to spend with my family because a lot of the classes are online. You can also take evening and weekend classes. And so it just is very convenient. I can also work while I'm going to school, which is a necessity for me. And not only will this program get me my degree, but it'll help me reach my future goals faster than if I was just in a secondary ed program. This semester I had to do a couple of interviews just to make sure that I was kind of on the right track. And so the first interview I did was with John Crenshaw. He's an instructor with the Business Bridge to Career program, which I'm going to pursue a certificate in. What I wanted to learn from John was just what those classes could give me and why I would maybe need them if I was going to be in a classroom or whether I wasn't going to be in a classroom. And basically what he told me was that these classes are going to give me skills that I can market myself as a teacher, or I can market myself as a tutor if I choose to create my own business and become an independent tutor. My other interview was with Kevin Padden. He's a licensed clinical social worker. And the reason that I interviewed Kevin was just to try to get an idea of where else I might be able to use my skill set. And Kevin works a lot with refugee children. as well as other at-risk students. And so I wanted to find out from him what he thought about the independent tutoring part of my goal. The other thing that I am hoping to get from Kevin is he works with an organization, like I said, with refugee children. And so I'm hoping to do my service learning project for MDS 400 with either his organization or an organization similar to that, because not only will it give me experience, it will also help me with my MDS outcome of building cultural knowledge and experience through service learning. So in order to finish my degree, I am going to pursue the leadership certificate as well as the business bridge to career certificate. So I have 31 credits to go, and I plan to be done by the summer of 2018. On top of the leadership classes and business classes, I'm also going to try to take as many communication classes as possible. I just really feel like there's not enough communication skills that you can have, and that you can use communication skills in whatever job or situation you get yourself into. So that is what I need to do to finish my degree. Once I get my degree, then I'm definitely going to work with at-risk students or at-risk children. That's either going to be in a classroom setting by teaching, and in order to do that, I am going to have to pursue the alternate route through the State Department to receive my teaching certificate. Or I am going to also look into maybe starting my own business and becoming an independent tutor. I just really feel like working one-on-one with students is very powerful and a great way to help them find their own potential. And so that's what I'm going to do. In conclusion, I just found this quote. Actually, this quote has been hanging on my wall for the last 25 years. I received it from a coworker a long time ago, and it says, "Whatever you can do or dream you can, begin it." And it wasn't until 2012 when I began going back to school at CWI that I really understood that you can do whatever you want. You just have to start it, and you just have to want it enough. Thanks for listening.